Hey everybody, it's Jim with Reverb.com. It's always an exciting day getting a box in the mail from our friends at EarthQuaker Devices. Sometimes it's a dirt pedal or a delay pedal. This time it's something even crazier. This is the data corruptor. So EQD describes this pedal as a modulated monophonic harmonizer. And that's pretty much right on. Basically, you're converting your guitar signal into a square wave, and then you have a master oscillator that goes 3 octaves below and 3 octaves above separately. On the top left, you have 3 white knobs, the square wave, the subharmonic, and the oscillator. That's basically the level at which you're going to hear those come through. So if I were to set everything off except for the square wave, you're just going to get basically like a bit crushed fuzz tone. It sounds like this. So right out of the gate, the square wave sounds awesome, just a ripping fuzz with kind of a gate style attack to it. When you take that the next step further and kind of add in the subharmonic, then you kind of get into some pretty crazy terrain. And if you see below here, you have the subharmonic section, and this little rotary dial changes the interval and the octave. So again, here's just the square wave. Set in the subharmonic. Now the master oscillator is going to set octaves up to 3 octaves up. Again, setting interval, you have a unison, you have a fifth, you have a third. Let me show you what it sounds like without the subharmonic and with the square wave and a little bit of the oscillator in there. You kind of hear how it dips and dives in there. That's part of this kind of glide function over here, which is right in the center. It's either the extra note that the oscillator is feeding into the equation is either going to glide up or down, or it's going to oscillate back and forth. So here's the glide. And I've set the rate pretty high. We can obviously go way lower, so you can kind of see a slower rise. Switch over to the vibrato setting here on this, which is again going to oscillate it back and forth here. Also pretty cool. I would tend to blend that in a little bit less aggressively, maybe bring up the square wave a little bit more. Just flipped it to an octave up, just 1 octave up here on the oscillator. You can actually change where the root is positioned relative to the master oscillators. Bring all 3 voices in straight up the middle and kind of mix from there. A couple of things we didn't talk about yet. With the subharmonic, you can actually tie the subharmonic to the oscillator, so it will oscillate back and forth. Let me show you that. So what I've noticed is that as your amplitude of your guitar signal goes away or starts to fall below the threshold, it's actually going to just kill that glide all the way down. So if I just play one note and let it decay. So that's the data corrupter from EarthQuaker devices. Where some noise pedals really just make noise, this one has some super usable functions here and really creative stuff coming out of this thing. So I'm excited to keep playing around with it. You should check one out. They're available on Reverb.com. We'll see you next time.